Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. For those that are on YouTube, I apologize that this is getting posted so late because you probably won't see it until tomorrow morning. But I just wanted to take some time to record a video quickly before I get to bed. Otherwise, I just probably wouldn't do it. And I like to get these out to you every day. So we just got back from church. It was a nice service. It was nice to be able to do that with the full family because we do have the oldest back today, so that was great. Just to catch up on how the interview today went, it went well. I feel like I did a very good job. I feel like I have a lot of skill and background that would make me successful in this role, and I think that, based off their questions, that I'm also what they're looking for. So that's good. I mean, even who would be my boss was pretty much telling me that she's going to see me again, and then had to backtrack what she was saying. So I have a feeling that they at least are considering me for the position. So that's good news. The interview did go well in the sense that, I was able to ask some more questions because I was talking to what would be my boss and her boss. So I was able to ask some deeper questions about the specific role, about the goals, and I wasn't really able to ask during the first interview. So I was able to learn some things that I liked more about the job. But then there are some things, that my family and I still have to work through logistically, just because, we have been working from home for so long, to go 100% in office work, and working sometimes outside of the traditional 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So a schedule that we've been used to, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 or 5:30 has been the schedule for the last 7 years. So, just something that we had to think about. So, after the interview, I'll admit I didn't really know how I felt. I didn't feel very good. I felt happy. It was a good experience, but I was just so unsure, because there's so many things to figure out. But then I just remember, when we were going through the home buying experience, when we got this house, there was a lot of reasons that we did not want this house. There was a lot of small stuff, but combined, felt big. And it's very similar to, this situation where it's like, I'm going to be out of the house for longer, more and longer. My work day is going to be longer because of travel. And then just, anytime I have to work outside those normal business hours. So, there's things that are going to need done, and they're trivial, right? But then there's some other bigger things that we would need to concern ourselves with, like daycare. And so, I remember when we got this house, it just seemed like it was just going to be impossible. I loved this house right off the bat, but actually, no. I liked the idea of this house because it looked nice on the outside. But there were the details that we were concerned with. And we sat on this house for about 2 weeks before we even moved forward. I remember looking at my husband and be like, we should probably make a decision on if we're going to put an offer in on this or not. So, and through the whole process, there's a lot of, we didn't think we were going to get it. We didn't think we were going to be able to handle it. There's just a lot of things that had to just be smoothed out for us and taken care of. So after the interview, I just spent some time quiet on the drive home, and I was just, in prayer mode. And I said to God, if this is what you want for me, I will accept it. And be happy. I'm going to be happy because this is a position I think I would do very well in. And I think that it would bring a lot of gratification to me. And I would be highly motivated in it. So I think that I would enjoy it. But then, of course, I had my reservations, and so I threw my hands up to God, just like I did when I lost my job, right? And that's the freedom of Christianity. So You'll hear a lot of people saying, well, I can't follow that God thing, too many roles, too much of, stuff. Yeah, I like being free. I like being my own person. Just so you know that all those roles and the things that you have to navigate through as you get closer and closer to God, and you're developing spiritually, developing maturely within the spirit. You don't want to do those things, so there's definitely no loss. But in moments like this, where I'm just like, you know what, God, if you want this for me, make it happen. Take care of this, because there's things that I need to figure out. Like, one, where are we going to go to daycare? Because where I live, there's not a lot of options. Second, how are we going to pay for daycare? Because yeah, it's great to have a job, but now paying for daycare is a whole different expense. Oh, and all the things that we have to take care of at home, there's just, a lot of anxieties around that. So I need to feel better about this. My husband needs to feel better about this. The kids need to get on board, because the whole family's going to have to pitch in if this is the road we're going to go. So I said, you take care of it. And I believe that if it's what's meant to be, he will. Say TT, which is what we call Timmy. It's always in the videos when I'm down here. But, so I believe that if it is the one I'm supposed to get, that the road will be paved just like it was when we got this house. And if it's not, even though my other prospect is no longer available, I believe that more will come. So, my husband and I, I am kind of anxious to get back to work, but, he just keeps reassuring me that we don't have to rush into anything. We do have the time, so I might as well take it to find the right thing. So we're trying to make use of this time and make sure that we're, doing what God wants, and not rushing the process. So of course, time is of the essence. It's not like it's unlimited, but I'm only on day 14 without, so that those are working days, so, but still it's less than 3 weeks. So, I have a little bit of time to find something. And I did find a position I really liked, actually. Whenever we were at Sky Zone, I was putting in an application for a job that I would really like. It actually would be a promotion to what I was doing before with my company, because the same exact title, just like the next one up, right? So that would be really cool. So we'll see how that works out, and there's more out there, so I just have to keep applying. So that's what I'm gonna do. It is very late, so I'm just gonna wrap this up here. Just a reminder, today is Good Friday, so today is the day that Jesus was crucified, aka murdered. And I need to keep calling it that, because while crucifixion is a horrendous way to go, at the end of the day, he was an innocent man that got murdered, and we need to keep that in mind. So tomorrow is a craft day, so I'm gonna get to go hang out with the church friends, because we do have a group that does crafts. And tomorrow's we actually rented the church building that we use, or the building we use for church. We rented it so that we can all get together and do some more crafts. So I'm looking forward to that day out of the house and hang out with my girl pals. But yeah, so you guys take care. Have a wonderful day. And since we won't talk again, have a fantastic Resurrection Sunday. I hope you all just take a moment to remember, what Jesus did for you and what Sunday actually means. So we are all free, and we all have a chance to be born again. And that is a beautiful thing. So don't take advantage of it. Don't let it go in vain. You take care. You guys have a wonderful day.